He's an incredible father, always posting, I think, more pictures of his kiddos than he does of himself. He's a funny guy. He's very tall. Matt's very, very tall, and he's getting very muscular these days. So, ladies, no ideas though, because he has a honey. I was going to say that. The other that Matt is thought leaders that partners with us time after time, and helps us to see where the strategic opportunities are for us. In fact, this week we've been doing a lot of collaborating with him and a handful of other leaders from the home office and from our virtual home offices around the country. And some of the ideas that you're seeing here on screen today, and some of what you're going to see in the next few weeks, is a product of his big brain and his collaboration with us. I couldn't be more grateful for his PAC team partnership, for his friendship, for his mentor leadership. It's just my honor. I want to introduce to you PAC team leader and multi-IMD Matt Morris.
Awesome, brother. Thank you for that introduction, man. Excited seeing so many people. I mean, I think I saw over 4,000 when I logged in earlier. Somehow the count, I don't see the count. Oh, yeah, there we are, over 4,000 on. This is amazing, Eddie. I appreciate you. We definitely would be nowhere near the company we are without you. And I mean, I've been in network marketing for 25 years, been an entrepreneur for 25 years, and I don't know that I've ever seen anyone, especially in a corporate environment, with your level of dedication. I mean, it's like you just always make yourself available, and man, you just blow me away with your genius over and over and over. So, man, we are so blessed as a company. I mean, with Eddie Head as our president, Justin Call, head of sales. We got Wayne Nugent as our chief visionary officer, our founder. I mean, the deck is just stacked from the corporate standpoint, from the field standpoint. I feel like it's, they call it the dream team when, the NBA took all their players and sent them to the Olympics. They just absolutely dominated. I mean, I feel like I'm part of the dream team with not only the corporate players, but also the field leaders. And so having someone like Sachin, who came in at 18 years old, no experience doing anything really, and to see his journey of, IMD and then double IMD and triple IMD and quadruple IMD. And it doesn't matter what happens with the recession. It doesn't matter what happens with the media, as he, mentioned earlier. Doesn't matter what happens to anything. He is always moving forward. He's always growing and always putting numbers on the board, right? So, Sachin, man, you are absolutely legendary. Sincerely, I wrote something for him the other day, testimony for his website, and what I wrote was just so true. I've never, ever worked with anyone that's had his level of work ethic, and truly just in a number of years established himself as a legend. And so, man, I appreciate you so much. And so I just want to get on here, and I'm not going to take too long, but one of the things I already said in here was regarding Sachin is it doesn't matter what happens, he always succeeds. And so you gotta wonder, like, why is it that when the media attacks, and most leaders would have hid in a closet, they would have said, like, just gone away and hid. Why is it that he thrived through it? And I'll just tell you, it's a decision. And no matter what happens, whether it's the media, whether it's the economy, whether it's the coronavirus pandemic, and man, I feel for the people who are hurting right now. Don't take it lightly. I think the lockdown is a wise thing. Obviously, we need to control it. But Sachin has made a decision. Just like the leaders, all the other leaders in this company, we've made a decision to thrive regardless of the circumstance. Now, we've been mainly a belly-to-belly company. I'd say we're probably 80-90% belly-to-belly. And so what happens is circumstances change and we adapt. And that's what leaders do, is they adapt. And we've got teams right now, let's be honest, we've got teams and we've got some leaders who have been in hiding. I don't see IMDs in hiding right now, but I see some other, directors and marketing directors who haven't really established as firm of a mindset, and they just go into hiding. They're like, well, I'm going to wait and see what happens. And as you wait and see what happens, and your team erodes away, what happens is the leaders like Sachin and the others, David Peach and many, many others, who made a decision to thrive through these times, we gobble up market share. And that's the way I look at this. It's time to gobble up market share. And I don't care what happens, I'll always adjust. Why? Because champions adjust. And in my opinion, I think now is the time, more than ever. I mean, this is a theme that we're hearing, you've heard, and you're going to continue to hear over and over and over. It's that now is the time. And I'll tell you, I've been in network marketing now for 25 years. I got started when I was 18 in college. I had a waitress I was working with. She asked me a very simple but powerful question. You want to take notes on this? She said, have you ever thought about being in business for yourself? And I said yes. And my journey began. And over the years, I've had some crazy things happen. I was in a travel network marketing company when 9/11 happened. They shut down all travel. No travel at all. So I went from I just gotten my income to $2,000 a week. I had struggled for 5 years in network marketing. I finally had some traction. Finally, can you imagine struggling for 5 years? Always spending more money than I made, and I finally get to $2,000 a week. I finally get to a 6-figure income, and 9/11 happens, and I go from a bunch of sales every day to zero, literally zero sales. And I had a decision to make. I said, you know what? I can go into hiding, I can wait like everyone else, or I can build through this, knowing that the travel industry is going to come back with a vengeance. The biggest industry in the world. It's too big to fail. And here's what happened. I decided that I was going to continue moving forward. I had some people that quit, but I continued moving forward, building new teams. That was September. By January, I don't remember exactly when in January, but I hit $10,000 a week, 5 times after the biggest travel catastrophe of all time. I quintupled my income. I think that's the word. And so, listen, what's happening right now is we need to use this to our advantage. And I'll fast forward a little bit. Go to 2008, 2009, the Great Recession. So the biggest recession we had ever had since the Great Depression. Some argued that it was bigger, but I don't think so. But during those times, that's when I joined Worldventures. And there were people saying, oh, no one's traveling. That people were traveling like crazy. Okay? People were saying now's the worst time to get involved in network marketing. And I just decided that I was going to use it to my advantage because I knew more people were looking for opportunity than ever before. And I had the biggest financial windfall of my career. So my entire career living up to Worldventures, I had become a millionaire, but I had never actually made $1 million a year. I got started in Worldventures, and very shortly, I tripled my income in about a year since joining Worldventures. Why? It's real simple. I made a decision, and you're going to do one of two things. You can make no decision, which is still making a decision. Let me say that again. You're going to make a decision to succeed, or you're going to make a decision to fail. If you make no decision, that is a decision, and that's a decision to fail. So you're going to make a decision anyway. You might as well make a decision to win. And what I want to just get across, I know everyone's talking about it, but I want it ingrained in your mind. That's why I'm saying it. And it's why I'm repeating some of these things over and over and over. It's because you've got to understand, and you got to be able to convey to others that now is the time more than ever. And so I'm going to share my screen real quick. And here it is. I've just added this to my presentation, actually. Okay? Let me open this up. So this is the beginning of my presentation. I'm given the state of the economy. Nearly 25 million. This is March 19th. Nearly 25 million jobs could be lost globally due to the coronavirus. This is according to CNBC. You get a few days later, March 23rd, the coronavirus could see 37 million jobs lost, and these workers will be the hardest hit, chart shows. A record this is a few days later, March 26th, a record 3.3 million Americans have already filed for unemployment benefits. I mean, we're just now at the beginning of this, and already 3.3 million Americans have filed for unemployment. Here's what this means. More people are looking for a home-based business than ever before. Now, is that just network marketers saying that? Are we trying to be opportunistic? Are we just saying that? Or is that actually reality? Well, here's Google. The Google search term, if you look at the top, work from home business, skyrocketing right now. 2-3 times more people right now are looking for a work from home business. I mean, you look, it's been fairly consistent, and then all of a sudden it skyrockets. Realize people are looking right now, and if you don't sign these people up, someone else is going to sign those people up. Let me say that again because it's so powerful. If you don't sign these people up, someone else in some other network marketing company or some other team in Worldventures are going to get these people. Your friends, if you go through your contacts in your cell phone and you scroll through, you've got friends right now who are looking. Now realize they're not on Facebook saying, hey, recruit me into network marketing. Facebook, Instagram, social media is your lifestyle highlight reel. People aren't sharing their pains, but I'm telling you, people are pained right now and they're looking for a way out. So what does this do into network marketing? Well, this is Success Partners who study the network marketing industry. They actually service the network marketing industry. They own Success Magazine. When I owned a network marketing company, I was actually a client of theirs. And so they got all the biggest companies in network marketing as clients. Worldventures works with them as well. And so they surveyed a bunch of their clients and they looked at revenue to date in February versus revenue to date in March versus February. Only 14% of companies were down. 86% of network marketing companies were up. The data all shows that now is the time. The data shows that network marketing right now is growing like crazy. 27% up, 0 to 10%, 31% of the companies growing 10 to 20%, and then 14% growing 20 to 30 and 30% more respectively. I mean, to do 10 to 20% year over year is considered good in business. To do it month over month is staggering. We are having phenomenal growth. Now, why are we positioned perfectly right now? Well, here's Forbes. On March 9th, Warren Buffett bets big on airlines. So he just upped his stake because all the travel companies are on sale in the stock market. Why is arguably the greatest investor in the history of the world, the greatest investor in history, why is he investing in travel? Because he knows the travel industry is too big to fail. He knows that travel will boom. And I'm telling you right now, I'm talking to people and it's like everyone is stir crazy. Everyone's stuck at home. You know, do a post on Facebook and just ask people, say, hey, what's the number one thing you want to do when the lockdown ends? Everyone wants to go to the beach. Everyone wants to go travel. So you got the best investor in the world investing in travel. I mean, all the evidence proves that now is the time. And you have the travel industry, the biggest industry in the world, $8.1 trillion. Okay? Bigger than anything else sold in network marketing. So my friends, let me unshare my screen here, if I can figure out how to do it. Turn screen share off. So my friends, here's what you got to know. Now is the time. If you don't call the people that you know, someone else will. If you don't reach out to the people you don't know, someone else will. So what I think needs to happen right now, I mean, here's my best advice to you, is work harder than you've ever worked before. See, in a recession, if we want to understand the financial game, there's no less money in a recession. When the economy has a downturn, there's no less money. In fact, there's actually more money. The U.S. just signed a $2 trillion stimulus package. They're printing more money. They're putting more money into the economy. Okay, realize the U.S. government doesn't have $2 trillion. The U.S. government doesn't have it. They print $2 trillion more dollars. I mean, that's basically how this ends up working. They create more money. We won't go into that conversation. But there's actually more money in this economic downturn. The question is, who's going to get more and who's going to get less? Who gets less in every case are people who live in fear. People who live in faith and who get aggressive in a downturn crush it. If you look back to 9/11, there was a lot of wealth during that economic downturn that was created, a ton of wealth. If you look at 2008, 2009, lots of people got broker, lots of people got richer. I got broker in the beginning because I had some challenges. I decided to get aggressive. I got into travel. And I had the biggest financial windfall of my career. You are on the verge right now of having the biggest financial windfall of your entire career if you're willing to simply get aggressive. That's it. And listen, we've never had a more captive audience. I mean, right now, people are at home, people are bored, people are stir crazy. They want to hear from you. See, here's a concept. We have this whole thing about social distancing right now, which causes people to have a greater need for emotional connection. Understand that. Social distancing causes people to have a huge desire for emotional connection. So what we do as leaders, what we do as marketers, is we increase our emotional connection with others. There's never been a better time to call people in your life. There's never been a better time to call people you haven't talked to in years and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. How are you doing during these crazy times? How are you doing during these crazy times? Simply reach out to people more than you've reached out in the past. Listen, it's all about having a daily method of operation. It's very, very simple. What are you going to commit to doing every single day? Block it out in your calendar. Because listen, I'm at home. I've got 3 kids. If I don't block things out in my calendar, I let life get in the way. Okay? So block it out in your calendar. Put an hour, 2 hours, whatever you're committed to doing every single day. Okay? And have a daily method of operation. How many people are you committed to doing these things for? So if you want to write these things down, write them down. How many people will you call every day? How many people, when I know you've got hundreds of people in your contact list, more than likely. I've got thousands in mine. You probably have hundreds in yours. Okay? So how many people are you going to call every day? Maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's 5 people, maybe it's 20 people, but set a number that you're going to call every day. How many people are you going to text message every day? Is it 5 a day? Is it 10 a day? Set a number and stick to it. And you can start early. Most people aren't at work. They're working from home, depending on where they are in the world. So you can start at 9 a.m. I mean, it used to be we'd have to wait for people to get off work. Now you call them pretty much any time. I mean, our prime time money-making hours have just been extended massively. I've never, in the history of network marketing, I've never had prime time hours that are all day and all night. It's usually only been at night. It's all day and all night. How many are you going to text message every day? How many people are you going to send a Facebook messenger message to? See, you have probably hundreds of people on your Facebook friends list that you don't even know. If not, you have at least dozens you don't even know who they are. So how many messages are you going to send every day? And just track it. I mean, create a little tracker for yourself. Create a little table in a Word document or something like that. Heck, you can print it out. And just Monday, how many? Tuesday, how many? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, how many? You got 7 days a week. How many Instagram direct messages are you going to send every day? How many? You're reaching out to people saying, hey, thinking about you, how you doing during these crazy times, and get into a conversation. See, you lead with love, you lead with compassion, you lead with caring, and our whole job is just to be a coach, to take someone from where they are to where they want to be. You're looking for an opportunity. If they say they're hurting right now, guess what? You have a solution. If they're excited and they have faith, you say, man, I love your opportunity. You're exactly the kind of, you're the mentality that would probably love what I'm doing. Are you open to watching a quick video? Are you open to watching a quick video? Very, very simple. So some of you are like, I've already reached out to everyone I know. Now, no, you haven't, but I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did in order to build online. Now, obviously, I'm an old school guy. I'm a belly to belly guy, but I've also recruited personally hundreds of people into network marketing through online marketing. So how do I do that? It's all about establishing a relationship. So this is some of the things I did when I got started in Worldventures. I joined different groups. I joined Tony Robbins groups on Facebook. I joined Les Brown groups. I joined Jim Rohn groups. I joined Dr. DeMartini groups. There's lots of different groups. If you're into cars, join car groups. If you're into makeup, join makeup groups. Whatever it is, join different groups that you resonate with and interact in those. Post in those groups. Now, I'm going to give you just one quick strategy. And here's what I've done over the last 10 years. I've just been fairly consistent. I post, and I've had inactivity at times, but I post 2 to 4 times a day typically. I just put out motivational quotes. You don't need to have fancy images. You can just put quotes. You can put your feelings about what's happening. All you're looking for is engagement on your social media so that you have people to interact with. When I was in massive recruiting mode in the beginning, and I didn't have as big of a social media following as I do now, if someone would like one of my posts on Facebook, I would message them. I'd friend request them and message them, and I'd say, hey, thanks for liking my post. I love your profile. How are you? And I'd get into a conversation. And I've recruited tons of people that way. I get into groups and start posting in groups. What do you post? Post questions. Do something. I mean, I just posted one the other day. I said, what are you grateful for today? Question mark. And I said, I'm grateful for being at home with my 3 children. Okay? So questions that elicit engagement. What are you grateful for today? What's the first thing you want to do when the lockdown ends? Put that on your feed. When people say travel, whatever they say, there's an opportunity to interact with them and check interest. All we're doing is checking interest. Would you rather climb a mountain or lay on the beach? Simple questions that get interaction that you communicate with. You can join these groups. You can post in those groups asking questions that get engagement to start conversations. If you're home all day and you got nothing else to do, start conversations, meeting other people. Don't do that at the expense of talking to the people you know. Talk to the people you know first, of course, because these are cold people. You know, join a personal development group. What's your all-time favorite book? Mine is Atlas Shrugged. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be? My answer in the comments. So they have to look into the comments to see my answer. Who are you most grateful for today? Are you committed to living in faith over fear? Type yes below. And some people share that and other people post on it, and I can reach out to those people. So, hey, thanks for your comment. I agree. How's everything doing for you in these crazy times? You open to watching a quick video? I have a business that's rocking due to the economic downturn. You open to watching a quick video? If not, no worries, but I thought I'd check because we're helping a lot of people right now. So listen, my friends, it's all numbers. The reason why I succeeded in network marketing, it was very simple. For me, it's all a numbers game. I know if I show enough people, I'll get some to enroll. Not everyone that I show is going to enroll, but some will. And it may be 1 out of 10. I don't care what the numbers are. I just have to show enough people to get people in. Not everyone who gets in is going to duplicate. I'm okay with that because I know if I enroll enough people, I'm going to get some to build. Not everyone who builds is going to build long-term and become a leader, but if I enroll enough and I find enough builders, I'm going to find some who build long-term and become leaders. Some are going to be like Sasha and become legendary. But it all boils down to how many people I'm willing to show. The only reason why I've succeeded in Worldventures, it's not any natural talent, it's because I know this is a numbers game. If you will lock it into your mind, lean in with me. Lock it into your mind, this is just a numbers game. Go out and do the numbers. If you suck really bad, do the numbers. That's it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, this is mainly for those of you in US and Puerto Rico. We have got, the company just announced this. This is something that is very, very cool. It is our telemedicine service. I know a lot of you are in South Africa and literally all around the world. This doesn't apply, but for those of you watching from the US, I know we have a ton of people in the US. If you are a silver or a gold member, you don't have it. If you're a platinum member, it comes with your membership. But if you're silver or gold, you don't have it, and there has never been a better time to have this product. It's called Telemedicine. This My Telemedicine service, imagine if you or anyone in your family gets sick, being able to get on the phone and be diagnosed by a board-certified doctor. They diagnose you over the phone, call in a prescription for you. You pay zero for the doctor fee. Zero. You pay nothing for the doctor fee because it's included in this. Free consultation, free diagnosis. They call in your prescription. Now, I've had it for a long time, and I'm just going to give you my quick story. I had a crazy sinus infection. My head's like bursting. I got to get into my doctor. I've had this before. I know it's a sinus infection. I get antibiotics, it's going to go away. And so I call my doctor. It's a Friday afternoon. They're booked the rest of the day. And they're closed on Monday, and I can't get in until Tuesday. And I'm thinking, oh my God, they're like, do you want to book an appointment? I say, no, thank you. And I hung up because I'm like, I need antibiotics now. So I'm thinking I'm going to call an urgent care where I can get in right away. Well, then I remember I have telemedicine. So I call telemedicine. I right away get connected to a doctor. And as I'm driving, I tell the doctor my symptoms. Less than 5 minutes, he sounds like you have an upper respiratory infection. Let me call in a prescription. What pharmacy do you go to? I tell him the pharmacy on this corner. He says, okay, great, I'll call it in. I'm driving. I just drove directly to the pharmacy. I went to the pharmacy, waited for my prescription, and I picked it up. Zero doctor fee. Now, how much time did that save me? How convenient was it? And I paid nothing for a doctor fee. This entire product, $9.99 a month. It's $10 a month to have this for you and your entire family. So there is no better way to protect yourself, especially with what's happening with the sickness. I mean, you can use it I used it for, my daughter had a rash. So I called telemedicine and I got her diagnosed, and it was like something minor. It didn't require a prescription, but hey, I wanted to talk to a doctor about it rather than just, waiting it out. And I didn't want to have to drive to a doctor, set an appointment, wait at the doctor's office with a bunch of sick people, and my daughter has a rash. I called telemedicine. We've got hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people using this. I mean, it is flat out amazing. So if you're in the US, if you're a silver or gold member, if you don't have this, log into your back office, click on upgrade and get it. Get it and use it. And create a success story for yourself. It's going to help you sign up way more platinum members. I mean, the platinum membership alone, that's a huge reason for having that if you're a member in the US or Puerto Rico. So listen, my friends, definitely get that product. Definitely, I mean, I got to echo everything everyone else has said. United is going to be lights out. If I'm donating a product for the VIP, you want to be VIP. What I'm going to put in there content-wise is going to blow your socks off. I've never, ever, ever had the time to train on this at a major event. You're going to get it if you're VIP. So register for United, do VIP. I'm telling you the content that I'm going to get, just that I'm going to give you. I know there's going to be a lot of content. It's going to be worth way more than what you spent. So I have the incredible pleasure